This discussion is about Trayvon Martin.
It is about human rights. It is about civil rights.
There's like two different mindsets as human beings. You have progressives.
You have to look towards the future. And that's what makes us America. America is an idea. It's an idea that we all can live together in harmony. That we all can build better lives for ourselves.
You have regressives.
Protect and serve instead of beat up and drag off.
Why are we fighting each other? Why aren't we helping each other?
Those that want change and those that don't want change.
I'm a progressive Democrat. I stand up for doing the right thing in the world. I stand up for women. I stand up for minorities. I stand up for what's right. I stand up for veterans, community.
I just wish there were more people to stand up for everyone when they can't stand up for themselves.
With the Trayvon case, I hope that Zimmerman gets arrested. If he doesn't get arrested, it's just one more black kid that died in vain.
I don't understand why it's taking everybody and their mama and the government too to figure out what happened in this situation.
I don't understand how there's a discrepancy between one person is worth fighting for and another one isn't in terms of the legal system.
What's going on in the world has been going on for a long time. I'll tell you an experience I had. This is true. This actually happened. I was in Pascagoula, Mississippi working on a tugboat with a friend of mine named Herbie, God rest his soul, he's dead now. And we went over to the local bar that night and we got drunk. Now there's a separation in the roads. It's not like the freeways we have here, but there's two lanes going one way and 2 lanes going the other, and separated by a big dirt spot we drive through. Okay, I mean they made up the road. So we're drunk and Herbie's driving and we pull out and going the wrong way on that freeway. We have a head-on collision. I got the scar from the head-on collision. And we end up in the middle of the two highways. The police officer, they arrest all the people in the other car. And I noticed that the other car was all black people. And I says, and I asked the police officer, I says, why are you arresting them? And the police officer told, because we were in the wrong, and the police officer said, well, they shouldn't have been out this time of night. So I knew right there I should keep my mouth closed because I'm not the whitest person in the world. And I just never forgot that, ever, my whole life.
This always happens.
Do your research.
No, I'm not going to sit here and act ignorant because I do research.
I love to debate people who are just told something and believe it. Have something to say. Stand for something. That's the most important thing any American do, is to stand for something and to hold on tight to that. And not be afraid if someone brings up a good point. You know, if someone brings up a good point and it's not what you thought before, don't be afraid to change your views. I've done that many times where I'll say, you know what, you brought up a good point. You know, I'll look into that more. It's always okay to say, oh, that, you know, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know that. I try to learn from other people. I hope that I educate other people about world events, and I hope that I make a difference. And I think that's what I hope for myself. You know, I stand for people. I fight for people. I fight for who I am and what I believe in. And people sometimes think it's overwhelming, but that's okay. Because I hope that they become that passionate about something too.
It's definitely not in the favor of the people the way that things are going. There wouldn't be such a fight if it were right.
It's sad that that's the case because we contribute to this world a lot and we don't get no credit for it, but get shot because we love our people or our culture. Wearing a hoodie is our culture, you know. But since it's not your culture, it's a crime.
It's not fair that a life has to be taken in order to inspire people.
So either we reform to your means of living or somebody else's means of living, or you're a criminal. So basically, we're born criminals.
Fox News said that that the hoodie got Trayvon killed. I do not think clothing ever says, "Come kill me." It's like kind of like the rapist mentality where someone says, well, that woman deserved to get raped because of what she was wearing. So I think if you put that in the same context to this, basically you're saying anyone who wears a hoodie deserves to get killed, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I just want to make it clear that this is not an adult, this is a child that he gunned down in cold blood. One of the reasons everyone's so upset about it, not only because it's clear racism, because anyone who says that, oh, it's not because he was black, they're in denial.
All of this stuff happens on a regular basis. There's no break in it, and there has to be some kind of a point of resolve to try and meet, instead of just accepting it for what it is and coming to expect it. That's not okay.
The Constitution and everything, it wasn't written for everybody.
Okay, the white man, there are white men who are essentially good. But a lot of white men are threatened by the minority because there are more minorities being born every day in America than pure white men. I think it's a joke when white men talk about their struggles. Are you serious? Have the white men not ruled the world since the beginning of time? Have the white men not been the first to be able to vote in America, the first to own land? Women and minorities have suffered in the hands of the white man.
Not any one race should be discriminated against. Not any one race should be the point of focus here, but uniting everyone with a good cause. Definitely not in the favor of the people the way that things are going.
So, you're always going to have that battle.
I mean, if people think, oh God, you know, she's saying white man, get real. You know it's the truth. You know that never went away. We just kind of hid it under the bed.
Urban people coming out, you know what I mean, moving on something positive and actually want to make a difference.
People of all ages, everyone gets discriminated against, but it's not fair we pick on people. It's not fair that there are bullies out there. It's not fair that there are supporters for these bullies. When we recognize them, call them out. Call them out. Let them know that there's an alternative to their aggressions. Bullying has become a common trend, a common practice, an accepted practice, and it shouldn't be accepted. Whatever happened to, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
This America was intended for Europeans, basically. So when I speak on Europeans, white people, I'm not speaking as though, you know, every single one of them are racist or only see a white man's world. I'm not saying that. There's plenty of white people that stick up for people of color and understand people of color, and we communicate with them. However, you do have white people that only see their supremacy.
Too many things have gone wrong, and so people aren't sitting still anymore, they're standing up.
To me, it's simple and plain. Dude pursued dude. Dude that pursued shot dude that only had a can of tea, Arizona iced tea, and a bag of Skittles. Things like this still needs to be in an uproar, because people got to remember that it's not over yet. We don't want to get to a point to where somebody could get killed unjustly and nobody says nothing.
It doesn't make sense that no one budges when someone cries out for help. That's wrong. That's not what we were raised to think and how to react, and it wasn't to do what these politicians are doing to overlook it and minimize.
We got to continue to always bring this out, so the next person that winds up getting shot and killed, let's not sweep it under the rug. Let's continue to show that, boom, here it is. This is not a fairy tale. This is a fact. This is real. This is what's happening. And this is what is always happening. This is what has been happening. Just keep on looking at it. It's documented. It's documented. It's documented. What can you say? Then you can't say nothing. And then what? What are you going to do now?
They take away your liberty. They take away your life. And they want to take away your happiness.
It will happen to anybody. Anybody that's rocking the hoodie. Anybody that wants to act like the urban culture.
It's disheartening. And I know there's not a lot I can do about it because people are so desensitized to it. But not anymore.
What are we supposed to do about it? That's our culture. So you want us to switch up because you're not in harmony with our culture? You're trying to say your culture is dominant, so we got to get with yours or get locked up? That don't make sense.
Continue to fight for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, because if you don't, someone will step up right away to take it away from you. Vote for people that speak for us. Do not vote for people that you hope one day will speak for you. Vote for people that do speak for you. We need to stop pretending that racism doesn't exist, that bigotry doesn't exist, that discrimination doesn't exist, that evil doesn't exist in the world because we're in America. It does exist, and we need to fight up against that. We need to stand up against that together, because together we can make a difference. Together we can make people listen.
What do you have to say? They tell us. What are your thoughts? They tell us. They tell us. They tell us. They tell us what to think. They tell us trail on, but we can't move on. They tell us trail on, but we can't move on. Never mind your mood, sir, you don't get to ignore this one. No excuse for bullshit to change the subject. When you want, you must know you're wrong. You're wrong. Don't do wrong. If you could, would you make an adjustment on the subject? Men fighting without justice, children all affected, women too. All people suffer no matter what you do. It's the principle, laws swaying, people dying, finally upset on the threat, made to wait for what we ask with no response. Systems we employed failed us, overrun by anti-cause, we got it all wrong. With power tripping anti-cause, people seeming to know it all. But I bet for all I'm worth, there's more for us to learn. All of us are witness to outrageous character. Nothing is safe for us all.
Got my hoodie on like Trayvon Martin.
Must be something that can be done. Right.
Yeah. What it is, what it do, dog. Just trying to find me a window. Window deep inside your soul. Trying to figure out what went wrong. Cause right now we done feel off course. Feel like we came just a little short. Cause just the other day my brother got shot for wearing his hoodie on the road block. Now they trying to claim it was self-defense. Why you trying to solve our intelligence? That don't make no bit of sense. Time to bring a change to this nonsense. So let's call out the masses and put an end to this madness. And let the world know we ain't having it. Time to take a stand, take action. They tell the trail on that ain't happening. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna fight for justice and equality for every man, woman, and child to the very end.
We're on a mission, equipped with all eyes. Years of abuse to draw from. Must be something that can't be done. No faith in law when it won't budge for an obvious good cause. Pushing for a fair trial that should be granted to us all. Must remedy common law. Be civil, we're adults, so it's all. Don't let decency be beat. Don't let people push you around. up on your feet. We will huddle for you now. Huddle, 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 huddle for you now. Where you at? What you doing with that? Where you at? What you doing with that? Where you at? What you doing with that? Tell us, trail on, but we can't move on. They tell us, trail on, but we can't move on. Father time is known to take care of the little ones. Even when they call out, you turn a blind eye. Why? No reason. No reason. No, no, no reason. They tell us, trail on, but we can't move on. They tell us, trail on, but we can't move on. Where you at? What you doing with that? Where you at? What you doing with that? Time to pick up the slack. Time to pick up the slack. Where you at? What you doing with that? Where you at? What you doing with that? Time to pick up where we left off. Trayvon Martin, Trayvon, we're marching for you now. Trayvon Martin, Trayvon, we're marching for you now. They tell us, trail on, but we can't move on. They tell us, trail on, but we can't move
You have to be in it to win it. And the struggle is long, but the struggle is for liberation, and anything less than total justice and total dignity is unacceptable.
Woo! Yeah!
So I say to you tonight, as we said at the beginning, Trayvon Martin, presente! Trayvon Martin! Trayvon Martin! ¡Que viva la justicia! ¡Que viva la liberación! ¡Que viva la revolución! Thank you.
Sharon Thompson, she wants to make a proposition. We're going to work with her after this march and see if we can organize this.
I am a Trayvon Martin. I have 4 sons myself. But you know, you guys, I want Skittles and Arizona Tea and the hoodie people to support this. I propose that they give a certain percentage of us purchasing Skittles and Arizona Tea.
Yeah!
You know, a percentage. We're not asking for 100% to donate to their cause, to fight this legal battle that they're getting ready to have against Florida and the police department. You understand me? So I'm asking you guys to support in that matter. We're going to set this up online, and we're going to set this up and hope that this travels via from one state to another as we are getting together. This is a mass right here. We're doing good.